All right. Now Australia claims to be promoting clean and green. All right, I've talked about this before, and I will mention it again, as it'll go with what I'm talking about. And they have a fleet of submarines. Not that great for compared of other countries around the world, as I've talked about before when it comes to the aliens, the alliances, and what Australia has with its defence. Right? And now they're talking about that they need these nuclear submarines. They're going to get 3. Say they already have 20 of their regular submarines. They're saying they need these 3, right? They're very important. And it allowed to, and it won't hurt their green theory, apparently, because they need it so badly. It helps them out so badly. You know what I mean? Right? Because otherwise I wouldn't do a little thing and compromise a big thing that I'm trying to represent, which is going green, right? And so they rather say, well, I need that house because it's the coolest house over there. It's already built, it's cool, right? We're going to order some of them, right? We want 3. And we're going to be powerful because we'll have those 3 homes in this town. What do you reckon, Emma? That's pretty powerful. We're another town that really is powerful, has 50 of them. But we'll believe that we're powerful and we're heading in the same direction as the other country that doesn't really care about green. Right? It cares about being great. Right? And being great does not mean it's going to last. Right? You can be great in many different ways. Actually, bad guys become bad because they want to be great quicker. Right? So you can see that boat in many directions. And so here in Australia, they want to get 3 of these nuclear submarines because they're great and needed. They can be taken out just like that. And when they're taken out, they've got a high chance of highly polluting, worse than anything can pollute. And it does it for a long time, and it's very hard to clean up its pollution. Radiation leaks. Every time a sub goes down, we've heard news of subs going down in training practices. They panic to go sort out to make sure there's no radiation leak, and yet they say there's nothing to panic about. Isn't that odd, Emma? So really, they're doing the Titanic unsinkable ship. You get it, right? Because it's all about making money and propaganda to make the money. And I can say this because I'm happily debating that issue of why they believe they need these subs. So they're going to wreck their going green for defense. So they don't really need it. It's defense things, and defense things are bound to get destroyed. Is that right, Emma?
Yeah.
Right. So that means they can cut off all pollutant in the air with 20 coal stations. As soon as one of these things leak, there goes all that work. You know what I mean, Emma?
Yeah.
And they know it's going to blow up. And that's the risk they want to take for 3. But that's good because at least you only got 3. Having 50 all go wrong is even worse. Right? But you're not a country trying to tell another country that. But then you go and get something off a country that you're telling them to be green. Does that sound logical, Emma? No. Do you think that country will even go green? They'll actually start laughing at you and go, look at these hypocrites. Wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I would too. Right? What Australia could do, and they want this so they can stay underwater for 3 months. Now, it can do more. It's unlimited power for so long, blah, 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 but you've got these risks I was talking about, right? And so, in the end, the benefit is less refueling, a little bit cheaper, I guess. Depends on the technology you use. It depends on what direction you go later on and what you got, right? But in the now, what's available now, right? They can stay under water a bit longer. They can stock up their boat with some extra food, as they don't want to stock up and make it bigger with extra fuel. They'll have to make it bigger with extra food to stay under longer, right? So it's a same situation area, right? When it comes to staying under longer, it depends on what fuel and what you're using. And I've talked about different things and different areas. Now, when you want to go safety too, you want to have more safety spots to go to, which is what China's doing now with all these islands. So if you set up all these islands, you'd be able to use, and they're not too far away, things that can fill up and be safe as all heck. You don't even have to go out in the middle of nowhere. way of solving an issue of they're complaining that when they pop up, they get shot at. So when they actually use their balls and go, all right, it's a rare thing, we are in war, let's pop up, they're all scared about that. So they'd rather have a sub that if it gets blown up, they're going to cause a lot of issues for their kids into the future. Does that make sense? Sounds like they're cowards and they're going to leave a mess for later because they're cowards. Doesn't that sound like that, Emma?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see? What is war in the first place? We shouldn't have war. But I think we're seeing wars with cowards. They bomb. They say all these things. They don't really want to die, but yet they don't mind wars and want all the greatest shit. But yet that's cool. But you don't have to be a hypocrite coward, right, and do certain things. So we can still, and we've got to wait for these subs. So we had a war now. We've spent money, so we've got no money, and it's harder for us now. Why we wait for something, and then a war happens, and we can't defend this war because we've already spent money, which is high inflation, everything harder, because we hope to get these things that are actually contradicting ourselves in green, showing that we can be green. So we're changing our power plants, but we're not changing what we're going to get blown up. That just sounds stupid, doesn't it? In fact, we didn't have it. Now we're going to get it. We've been debating for so long, and all these debates we've had about it, right? And go back on it for nothing. To look like a hypocrite country in the end. Great leader. Great leader, I would say. Not. Right? So what a great leader would do is go, we're going to still head our directions in all fields. We're not going to be a hypocrite, and we're not going to make things worse like other countries do. They can get their story later on. We're not going to join their story of that problem. In fact, we might have to be their savior of that problem because we're going to get ready to have to fix it and be prepared for it and have our own proper subs. As after these incidents happen, which are bound to happen, high risk of it, that we will look better and the better country about the planet. Wouldn't you think, Emma?
Yeah.
I would think so too. And we'll build subs and we'll have subs and we'll do it with their own technology so we can do it by ourselves and we can start now. Wouldn't that be great, Emma?
Yeah.
So you might not have 3, but the time you get these 3, as they talk about, 10, 20 years, 5 years, you could have 20 up already of your own that 4 of them could take 1 of them. So you've made a couple of extra that can take out that 3 and better. Wouldn't that be better? And it's guaranteed that you have it. And then you can keep on going too. You're not guaranteed to get another 3. You see, Emma?
Yeah.
So that's independence. America's got it right in that area, but they've got a bad downfall for when they go to defend that they can highly pollute the world doing it. So they're not going to look good. They're actually going to look worse than what they're doing. They shouldn't have got involved. That's what I keep saying. That's what I can debate with science now today. We built these things without all proper testing and with Titanic knowledge. You know what I mean? And people around. And now we've hit a part where we've got all these Titanics, but they are sinkable, but they're trying to say to build more of these unsinkable Titanics. Pretty shocking, eh? Let me know if you understand what I'm saying in the comments. See you later.